get started, for everyone who doesn't know you, can y'all please introduce yourselves?
I'm Janice Elliott. I'm George's mom.
I am Dee Dee Buss, Mackenzie Buss's mom.
I'm Ebony Abraham, Nichelle McCoy's mom.
I'm Liz Broughton, Bailey's mom.
And I'm Allie Buchanan, or I'm Angel Buchanan, Allie's mom.
So all of y'all girls have played basketball for a really long time, but when did y'all know that their passion was basketball?
It's like their 7th grade year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mackenzie's was probably about 5th grade. I mean, that was just her thing.
I would say, Allie with sports basically since she could walk, but she played softball and basketball, and then her freshman year she decided that basketball is where she was gonna to focus her energy.
Yeah, they played soccer. Georgia played soccer with her, and then I think they kind of left that alone and gravitated. They started dabbling, playing together. Against Matt
Yes.
at the Denton Rec League, and then somehow you found your way with us, and then from then on, the story is just where they are today. So
Yeah, because Allie and Georgia started playing soccer together when they were 4.
4.
And they will tell you they remember that very first practice. It's pretty cute.
I do too.
I know.
And Jaya started in the 5th grade, and then we moved here, our 7th grade year. So.
Yeah, she jumped right in with the girls.
Mm-hmm.
I know Coach Barr talked about it because she loves all of y'all's girls so much. So I know Georgia pretty well, and I know that her shot last year against Wichita Falls Rider, that last shot has stuck with her. And last week she kind of got herself a little bit of redemption. What was it like for you to be able to watch Georgia have that moment?
It was great because last year I missed that game. I was at work, and I have Wi-Fi on the plane, so I had my phone set up at work, and when I saw that she missed it, just the team in general losing, I just couldn't hold it together. So yes, so far this year it is just, I almost can't even enjoy the game because I'm so nervous for him, but it's been awesome. Yeah.
Well, this season, Najee was hurt earlier in the season, and so she has come into these games and become an integral part of that. What is it like for you to watch her have so much success this year, especially since it's her senior year?
She's grown. All the girls are her. They vibe. They have a good vibe. They vibe well together. It's I've just seen her grown just as an individual with these girls. This is her family. So her having to sit back when she was hurt, she hated that. But they also needed her to be there so she can cheer them on. Because she keeps them going. She keeps them going.
Well, speaking of injuries, Mackenzie's is the one that a lot of us have heard about. She tore her ACL sophomore year. What was your thought process once Mackenzie went down this year?
It was actually terrible, and I was not at the game. And Janice was texting me and kind of giving me updates, and all of a sudden I didn't hear anything from her because I wasn't really responding because I was working. And when I finally responded, she was like, Mackenzie's on crutches. And I'm like, no. So yeah, it was awful. But to find out, no surgery, that was big. And the fact that she was determined to come back and be 100%, she's just very determined. It was rough, but she's done really good.
Well, that tournament definitely got a lot of your girls.
Yeah.
So we talked about how long your girls have played basketball. Well, Bailey has played, as you said, for a really long time. But what does it mean for you to be able to watch her and her team just have so much success and kind of make a run for state this year?
it's like a blessing and a curse because they played, and I don't think, I know people think that they're close and that they're friends, but they like nicknames, say the cheerleader. They are so tight. So the thought of this being over is like don't even want to talk about it 'cause it's gonna be sad.
Yeah.
So it's just been awesome, and I just feel like they're so lucky, and we're lucky that they are as close as that they are, and that they bond so well, and that it's just been cohesive, and it's just been fun to watch them be successful, and hopefully they can accomplish their dreams of getting to state, because that's truly in their hearts the end goal for them. So.
Well, Allie, this season, she talked to me when I interviewed her about how she's improved on defense, and then also how she's kind of been moved into that 3-point shot position. She shoots threes every once in a while. As a mom, as a parent, what is it like watching her be able to succeed in so many different areas on the court?
You know, I think we're all super proud of our girls, and I definitely am of Allie. And you know, Allie kind of has that quiet role, I think, on the team. And Coach Barr, back in 8th grade, when she talked about Allie in her speech, when she gave her an award, and she talked about Allie's like the glue of the team. She kind of holds everybody together. And so, you know, as her mom, when I see her on the court and I see her do things like, you know, like she talked about the screen she set for Mackenzie, like she does all those little things that helps all of them just soar and accomplish so many great things, and for them to win. And it just makes my heart really happy, because that's who she is. Like, she loves these girls. And if you ever watch her in a game, like I was watching the video the other night when Cameron hit that practically half-court three-pointer, and you can see Allie in the background, and she's like cheering for her, and it just makes my heart happy to know that I've raised her up to be that type of player, that she will do whatever she needs to do on the team, and she's just very humble and quiet about it. So it just makes me proud to see that she's able to accomplish success in so many different areas.
Well, I asked your girls this question, and it was, what is their most memorable game? So what for you was y'all's most memorable game to watch your girls play in high school?
I think for me, I have two. It's gonna make me cry. The first one was game 3. It was when Josephine was a senior and Georgia was a sophomore. When we played in South Lake, and it was Georgia's most memorable game too. I was praying so hard for them that game, and it was just nail biter, you know. And when they did that awesome play, when they just zigzagged it down the court, and everyone had their hand on the ball, and we won it at the last minute. I mean, that was just like perfection, like how a team should work. And then, of course, when we went and played Amarillo, and we just kind of fell apart in the first quarter. And I remember just watching their hearts just kind of break a little. I mean, they came back and they played tough, but it just wasn't how it should have gone out. So.
You got one, Dee?
I mean, I probably have a couple too, just truly seeing Mackenzie come back twice and give 100%, but at the same time, her whole sophomore year, watching her in the middle of the court and helping with the warm-ups and carrying the water bottles and just like couldn't sit down, and so to see her back actually in her uniform on the court both times was just amazing, because she would just play like nothing ever happened. Mm-hmm. And just these girls together are incredible. I mean, they can grab each other and yell at each other, and at the same time pat each other on the back and love each other and just go out there and play. So just to see her come back both times and then just open arms, thank God you're back. Now we're back together again and we're gonna be okay. And so that would be it for me.
I probably have a couple.
I have a couple too, but go ahead and take it.
One of them's not really high school, but it was that 8th grade championship game. And really, I mean, of course, winning always feels great. But watching them walk on that court, they just walked on that court and they were like, I dare you to beat us. And they just had this confidence. And I'm seeing so much of that in them this year, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'd say that game, just because I think it taught them so much. And then their sophomore year, Allie had a spectacular game against the Colony, who had like dominated. They had 2 amazing players that have gone on to play at SMU and Wake Forest, and I think that the girls winning that game and beating a team that had previously dominated so much with two amazing players showed them what they can accomplish. And I think they've just continued to build on that since their sophomore year.
Okay. I have two, but it's going to be really bad because I can't. It's the one that Bailey brought up in hers. It's any time. She's hit 2 big clutch threes that she will go down and she's not the typical 3-point shooter on the team. She kind of just has an average role of just kind of doing whatever the team needs her to do. But the clutch 3 that is my favorite is against Monterey, which we're fixing to play tomorrow night. And I mean, I just watched the game the other night and the video, and you couldn't even see because everybody stood up in front of Josiah's video and had jokes. I got that on video. The excitement for her to feel like that she made an impact because she struggled the first game of playoffs, and it really bothered her to her soul that she felt like she didn't contribute the way that she wanted to the team. And for her, it's not for her about the most points or any of this. It's like she just wants to make an impact to make them successful to get where they want to go. And for her to hit that 3 in Lubbock for Monterey, I need a repeat. But I don't need a clutch. Yeah, I don't need a clutch 3. So, anything that makes them happy and excited that they feel like they helped the team, I think is the big thing for me.
Monday, Janae came home and she said, Mom, she said, last year, this was the game that we lost, and now we're moving to the next step. She said, I'm so excited. She said, we were wary. She said, we started out good. She said, but then, we were but she said, but we fought through it. She said, I am so wary. She said, but it showed me that we're going to get there. She said, we got this. We got this. And I said, you do. I said, you just got to keep praying and get out there and go to work. Y'all will always get out there and go to work. Y'all just have to continue to keep doing so.
It's so funny to see the parallels from what you and your girls say, because most of it's the same. Well, I asked your girls, and I got a range of answers from this question of if you could play basketball with anybody one-on-one, who would it be? Well, if y'all played against your daughters, do you even think you'd stand a chance?
No.
I gave that up a few years ago.
No.
No. We actually got out there on Christmas Day, and it was my husband and I and Mackenzie and Trey both, and I thought I was going to die. So, no, definitely
No, and
not.
they're mean. They
Yeah.
because they don't like to lose.
No, they're mean to me because they just laugh at me because I'm so
Yes,
bad.
I am so bad.
I'll put a shot up and I'm like, how hard is a 3-pointer, right? So I get out there, I can't even make it halfway to the basket. I'm like, I'm weak.
So the answer to that question would not be your daughters if you asked you to play
No.
one-on-one?
No.
Not the girls? Well, I have one more question for y'all. So what is the one last thing that you would like to say to the girls before they play tomorrow?
Oof. I don't know. They can and they will.
Yeah.
Bottom line is,
Yes.
like Angel said, I feel like the difference from 7th to 8th grade and how they came into that is a mirror image of what we're seeing from last year to this year. And they feel like they have something to prove, and they're so humble. I want people to understand, these girls, they are very good at their game. They put a lot of work into their game outside of high school, but because they're so close, it's like Dee Dee said, they get up in each other's business, they'll yell at each other, but they don't take it personal. They all want to win and be successful. And I think that's why they're so cohesive.
Yes.
It's you run across teams like this, very few and far between.
Right.
So,
Because not only do they govern each other on the court, but outside of the court.
absolutely.
Yes.
Outside of the court, they ain't each other's business.
I even talked to Angel after the last game, and she even said, when we were playing that last team, somebody would make a 3-pointer on that team, and nobody would celebrate with that person. They were like the only one that was excited that they made a 3-pointer, and it was just kind of like, oh, I'm great. Our girls, it doesn't matter what you do, they're all over each other the whole entire game. They all run when someone falls and help each other up, and they all run and high five each other. And I mean, and it doesn't matter if they've just lost the ball and, you know, caused a turnover. It's okay. They're not like in each other's face mad. They're like, it's okay, let's go, let's get the ball back. Let's, you know, I love that they love each other enough that if they win a game, it's not because of one person. If they lose a game, it's not because of one person. They do everything together. They win as a team, they lose as a team, and they discuss everything. They talk, you know, they just pick each other up the whole time. I love that.
And they're very protective of each other.
Oh,
If you
yes.
notice in a game, like if one of them gets like they're there and they're
Yes.
glaring at that person that did that to their friend.
I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's funny, 'cause we were just talking about that the other night. Like, Georgia's typically low key. Like, she plays hard and but like, she doesn't get in people's faces or talk smack or anything. But that Amarillo game when Bailey got punched in the face and the girl came up and then Georgia just came out of nowhere and just like bowed up to her. And then there was another game that, I don't know if someone did something to Georgia. I had never seen that
The
girl.
Ryan
bow up.
game. That was the
Ryan
Ryan game.
Was it that?
Yes.
Oh yes, it was Janiyah, and so she bowed up. I was like, yes, yes, I like that because typically she's just so calm, cool, and collect when she's playing. So just to see that fire come out at different times, and I think like some games, if Bailey or Allie is off, then you've got Georgia and Mac to pick it up, or Cameron or Jaya. You know, there's always somebody that's willing to carry the torch and step up when it's their turn, and I'm super proud of these girls and what they've accomplished, and I just want them to achieve what they want. I want them to go out the way they want to go out.
Exactly. If you can walk off the court knowing you left it all out there, then there should be no regrets.
Right.
Well, I can definitely tell we're all very proud of them. And so we hope that your girls and y'all get to celebrate the state championship.